Got you
Welcome
talking,
back
Grace.
to NOLA Film Scene.
And we are with.
Grace LaRocca. Hi, guys.
Hey,
How
Grace.
are, how
So
are y'all
good to see
doing?
you again.
You too, guys. You too. Thank you for having me on.
We got her on. And you are known for.
A few things. I've played some really badass women in film. One of my favorites was like a, shoot 'em up gun type, but I was also the innocent. It was, I can't remember the movie right now, but I will remember during this interview. And then also I used to do a lot of behind the scenes, which is running a mean base camp, a really good base camp. So I've been in the film world a long time.
Nice. So you and I met on our friend Olivia's film. That was actually my first feature film. Yeah, my first feature and my first. Well, I did one thing with Speaking Lines before that, but that's I count that really as my first thing. The
Uh-huh.
other was just kind of a web series. I don't really count it.
That counts. That
And
counts. That's something for sure.
so
It
when I
counts.
got there, it was kind of intimidating for me. I don't intimidate very easily, but I felt at my age it felt like a long time since I was the new guy at anything, and everybody else that was there just seemed so experienced, and everybody was kind, but everybody had been doing it for a while, and I'm like, I hope I don't mess up. I didn't have a lot of lines, but it was a little bit intimidating to be around everybody. Y'all all knew each other, and everybody was
It's like
friendly.
high
But
school, right? Like the clique in high school with like lunch tables. You have to like
yeah,
find the table. You have to
yeah.
like
But
sit at.
it didn't feel isolating or anything like that. Just you know, people with experience, and there was me. But
Yeah.
I remember you. You were very kind, and
Thank you.
yeah, that was the big scene that we met. Was the big ending scene where it was the convention toward the end of the movie. So a lot of the different actors were there for that one. I know there were some scenes. I don't think Tatiana Piper was there,
No, but it was a
but
lot of moving pieces and parts of that scene. It was a lot of different characters in that scene. That was such a
yeah,
fun scene. It
yeah,
was
it
such a
was.
fun scene. And I did play a police officer, a cop, kind of. Hopefully, I was funny in it, but
You were, yeah, yeah.
did it come out funny?
It did.
Hopefully.
It was funny, yeah, for sure it was.
Yeah. No, that was a really fun scene. What were you saying though?
No, just that was where you and I met and worked together was on that film project, and
Yeah.
you among others stood out as just being very kind and professional.
Yeah.
People just I don't know between takes people were friendly, and it was a lot of fun. It was a fun big scene,
Yeah.
big evening.
It it was really fun because first of all, like them directing is like us, like our people. Like I was so proud of her just doing her thing as an actor and also director and then getting her friends involved with that. So I can't wait to see it. But I was actually I'll tell you a little secret in that. So we'd done my fittings and or not fittings, but like to make sure the sizes, and I was newly pregnant then, so I hadn't told like anyone at all. And I was like, I told my I don't know if you remember Cody, but I was like my pants were tight. I was like, oh Lord, my pants are tight. But it was funny. I was very newly pregnant then, so it was that's a really special. I was like, that was my baby's first acting gig. She was in my belly and she was acting actually.
Nice.
So that
It
was really
doesn't
cool.
get any better than that. She's
You're right.
starting from the very beginning.
Yes, she is. Yes.
Has she done anything? Have you put her in? Has she done any commercials or anything?
Yes. She actually I love that it was, talking about me, but now it's like baby time. Sophie, her name's Sophia, she's the most little brightest little star in the world, but she did her first commercial at 3 months old. And it
Nice.
was so cute. And she literally like she was like the ending scene of the commercial and she smiled at like 3 months old. It was really cool. It was her and I, so it was really special that
Yeah.
it was together. We were mom and baby together. And then she's done a couple other like photo shoots and every time I audition now, she'll like run to it and be like, audition. And she'll like say her name. She'll slate. Like she'll say, I'm Sophia and two. Like that's what she says. And I'm like, you're so cute. Like I love that. She wants to do it with me all the time when I have
That's
auditions.
great. And to me,
Yes.
slates are the hardest part, and she's already got it down, so she'll
So
be set.
she's got it down with her twinkle in her eye already with that, with slating. Yes. So,
But
so what else? What were you gonna say, Brian?
um, I was just thinking a friend helped me with slating because slating. Hi, my name is Brian Plato. I'm 5'9". It feels very boring, and it was for a voiceover audition. And he goes, "Think of this. Put in your head you're at the Mardi Gras parade." And my friend he's from Canada, and he's like, "Oh yeah, and people, you're having fun. Hey, I know you. Who are you? Where are you from?" And then I kind of it made myself laugh. Oh, I'm Brian Plato, and I'm 5'9". I'm here from Metairie, Louisiana, and it just changed the whole feeling of just the slate. And
Yeah.
so if it's
I
a
can't
tip,
stand this. That's good. That's a tip. I'm always like the hands. I'm like, what do you do with your hands? Like, do you smile? Do you like cover your? I'm always like playing like honestly peekaboo or something because I'm
yeah,
like I look kind of crazy when I'm showing you my hand. And then half the time my nails are like not done. So I'm always like, I'm sorry guys. I'm trying. I'm doing my best to get these slates out in my hands.
mine
So
is I'll groom and my then like two or three straight or the beard, or I forget to shave the top, so the lighting behind me and it's just like a tiny centimeter of hair. It's hi, my name is Brian, and I'd like to act.
And I don't know what to do with my hands,
my
says Will
right.
What is
Ferrell.
that? That's a movie, right?
Yeah. And then they do the
Anyway,
full bodies. And I'm telling you, the full body is like, don't do, don't pan the camera up, but just like do that. And I'm always like, you turn, you smile, you turn, you do like it's just this. I mean, the casting director's gonna watch this now and be like, never again, Grace can never have her own. He
I
doesn't want
I
to slate.
I
But
don't
we all
usually
feel
do
that
the
way.
I don't usually do the side unless they ask. Maybe I need to, but I'm trying to hide things. But
I
Yeah.
guess I've never actually sent you when we've traded stuff, Brian. My slates. I figure you know who I am, but I normally for the full body. And Hunter McHugh started it for me because he'll say if you
He's
need
the
to do a
best.
separate because I've always used my phone for mine. So
Yeah.
it's a repositioning the tripod and putting it a certain way, and then the lighting is different, and so I'll for that part of it, I'll turn the phone upright and then just tack it on to
Yes.
the end. And I'll step out and I'll show because I've got tattoos on my whole arm, so I'll just kind of show that slow so they can see that there's nothing obnoxious on it, and
Yeah.
the
yeah,
turn,
You're like, look at
and
these
then
guns and
yeah, look
tattoos.
at them,
Right. Like, look at
look at the
these
ink.
guns.
Hire
Yeah.
me for
I
this.
I do the still photo. I don't do a live thing
okay.
usually, just because of
Yeah.
limited space. So there's
Oh,
always the clicker in my hand, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
am I
You
pumping
know,
up too much? It's hard for me to
I love that
relax
we're
in a
just like
slate.
I love that we're like focused on slates. I'm gonna tell you the best slate I've ever done. Okay, the best one, and it's a shout out to my boy Eric Hansen. Do y'all know him? He's awesome.
I
He's
know the
great. Do you know
name.
him,
Yeah,
teacher?
I don't think
I
I've met him.
don't.
Okay, he's awesome. When you get a chance to work with him, he's wonderful. We were doing like this audition. He was like my, our actor boyfriend at the time, and that audition, and we did the audition, we did the slate and everything, and he like, and it's a new thing people are doing. I mean, we can do it. Y'all can do it. You're technologically smart. I don't know the right words for that, but he now cuts it in half. Like you've seen it where they cut it in half. It's like you're standing there doing your slate, your full body, and the other parts of the screen is doing this. Have y'all seen those
Like a
for
collage.
slates? Like a collage. That's the word. Like a collage. But yeah, and I was like, and that's the best one I've ever done. I'm like, that's literally. I wish I could just put different outfits on me and just do this the whole time, like because it was a wonderful one. Like I don't know how he did that. I need to like look into that. It's probably super easy, but
We
it
can
was really
talk. I can
awesome.
help. I
So
do that for my posts all the
Yeah.
time.
You
it
should do
was
that too for your audition.
it was still or moving. I'm trying to wrap my head around it.
Video,
Uh
and
huh.
in the same collage, the full body still.
Yeah.
Right next to the actual while the slate
Video.
is going
Yeah.
on.
So
Yeah.
it's not at the end.
It's
It's the whole time.
It's
it's
together.
a
Okay.
pretty slate. It's not just
Yeah.
like a pan, and it goes dark and then hands. It's like a really pretty one. So that should be a tip for all of us for acting and
Yeah.
auditions. I think we should do slates like that.
I'm hesitant to change over. It's probably good, but it doesn't say it on the instructions. I'm like, um,
I know, I know. You're like, I don't know. I just, just do it. Just
yeah.
do it.
I
Just
keep
Or
do it.
you
Like,
see the auditions that the 1% celebs do, and they take all kinds of risks. They do all kinds of
right.
stuff. There's a video game that I play, and I came across the audition that there at the beginning of it there's a cut scene and an actor is reacting to his planet getting attacked, and I saw it was the game studio did the video, and they showed his self tape, and then he walked through all the motion capture stuff with the dots and all the stuff that they were doing. And it started out, he didn't start out here and here like we're taught. He started out kind of wide and stepped
Yeah.
into the shot. And I saw the one that the guy did that played the Joker in the latest Batman movie, and
Mm-hmm.
he had the camera following him down the hallway and doing stuff with a
It,
cane. And I'm like,
yeah.
I would never get away with doing stuff like that.
Well, I mean, this is how I think of it, because sometimes, like, I mean, they're obviously at a different level, and we pray to be there. We will be there. Okay, we will
Offer
be there.
only.
Yes, we will be. For only, right? But no, I feel like it's like, do you get to that level and then you can just boom, do those risks because you're at that level that you can do those risks, that you're getting those auditions, or do we just take risks now and either get X, or they're like, that's interesting. I'm always kind of like, I kind of do this when I audition, and I kind of just like, I do one take of what they ask,
Hmm.
literally what they ask, and then I just do what I want. And I mean, that could like hurt me, but I mean, sometimes I've gotten the things when the director's been like, I love the way you did that. Like, they were like, you did completely opposite, and that was a good idea. And I think that's probably with all actors, they say that. But I think the ones I've like I've worked with a ton of it. I'm not going to name drop unless you want me to name drop, but I've worked with some guys that are, pretty brilliant, and they are celebrities, and they just don't care. They say they all
Yeah,
of them have the same mantra of like, I don't care. I'm creating, I'm doing what I want to do. I mean,
yeah,
they'll take it to the fact if they care, of what they take the directions, and they just kind of, they like, I guess they use that direction. But they like do it like they just don't care. They
Right.
don't care. They do care, but they don't care.
And I'm going to
right.
substitute the word care for worry. They don't worry.
They don't worry. That's right. They don't worry. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. But I've had people be like, they're like, I just don't, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And I'm like, and then they like now are celebrities, like in a new Hulu show, and I'm just
And
like,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it takes. But we really want,
lucky you.
if we want the job, we're not being the character.
Right.
And we know that. And we know we have
Yeah.
to think about the moment before, and we got to envision things because we're just in a plain room,
Yeah.
but you forget when you're doing it.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they
I'm going
encourage
in,
you
oh crap.
they encourage you to make it your own. I haven't done a
Mhm.
lot of in-person auditions, initial auditions, just a handful. Most of
Yeah.
my in-person stuff has been from callbacks, but in all
Mhm.
of them, they'll tell you, make all right now, give me one, make it your own. You
Yeah.
know, and they don't care so much about the lines. They don't care so much about what you
They
do.
just
Just
want
make it
you.
your own. And for me, in person is less pressure. I worry more. I don't know if I worry. I think more about what they think
What they
in a
want.
self tape.
Yeah.
Am I hitting the points that they want?
Yeah.
Are they gonna shut it off after 5 seconds because I didn't do something they want? And you try to
Yeah.
keep all the stuff that different coaches and people from workshops tell you over the years. But at the end of the day, you have to make it your own. If everybody did it the same way, it's going to be
There
boring
would
for
be.
them, and it's kind of hard to stand out from the pack. I think
Hmm.
when you do it like that.
But
I did Twisted. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, and I haven't really had in person. My era's been all self tapes, maybe one in person.
Yeah.
That was just an interview. So, but live in the room is like being on stage. You'd
Ooh,
feel their
live in the
energy.
room
You'd
is,
see their
oh,
reaction. If they're like just reading, well, okay, you did fine. You know that they're not interested. But if they're like,
but then they might not. Let me tell you, I'm in the era of, let me tell you, black and white headshots. I don't know if y'all remember those, but like that was,
Hmm.
ooh, I'm like aging myself big time, like aging myself. Like black and white headshots, you have to have your, like, everything stapled to the back of your headshot, right? And then like your resume, and then the 1 inch or half inch like border. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
I
I
do.
do.
Kind
Yeah.
of. Okay.
I do
Like,
from
I'm like,
watching TV and movies, not from my own personal experience, but I know what
from
you're talking
back
about.
from the 40s, right? Like back in the day
Yeah,
when
see?
Yes, that's like I'm from that era. Um, Anyways, and I would do in-person auditions, and it would be like some of them would be absolutely great, but then some of them, I mean, just you could just feel the energy like off of the casting director, like you're saying if they're interested, but then some of them are just like, even if they're interested, they just have that face. But in a sense, they want you to succeed. That's what I've like learned with
Yeah.
casting directors over the years. Like, I mean, I don't want to like name some of the ones, but like some of them are very intimidated, but then they're just like, that's just how they look. Their just face looks
Yep.
intimidated.
Yeah.
And how would we feel after seeing 200 people and then at 3 o'clock we would walk in? You're like,
Same. Yeah.
they might love you, but they're like, I just need a
Yeah.
break. I really want
Yeah,
this.
absolutely.
They got their own
I'm a
walls to
big
get the
fan of
movie done.
Yeah, I like I love I'm like I like the taped auditions. And then when I get a call back, then I'm like, let's do in person because then I can really show you what I can do and show you my personality. Because at first I feel
Yeah.
like when you first meet me, especially in like that kind of sense, I'm a little nervous, so I'm kind of like I'm a little shyer in a sense. And then but if I can tape a few, I got to get a few under my belt and then I'm like, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So,
I if I get the option, I try to do in person.
mhm.
I don't know. For what you just said about the personality part, I feel like if I can get in front of them
They
and
can see
and
you.
show my personality a little bit,
Yeah.
I at least I feel better about it walking away. I did one the other day and I felt pretty good about it. It's kind of hard to come through on tape sometimes because there's not the interaction in between the takes that's
Mhm.
going on. There's just the scenes because you end up cutting it together or separate, however they ask for it, and you don't
Mhm.
really, except for the slate, you don't really get to show much else of yourself. And
Mhm.
I think it's good for them to see your personality and see that you're not going to be a problem child on set, that you can get along,
Yeah.
you know.
Yes, for 12 hours. There's so many times on set I've worked behind the camera that that's an okay actor that, they hired and then they're like it's an absolutely miserable person and they're just like they taped an audition, we got it and now this is what we have and I'm like this is what we have now for 12 hours.
Yeah.
100 hours a week. So it is yeah, it is with the personality. That's a huge thing with I think filming and this whole industry really. I mean even crew wise you have to have that good personality because we're going to spend 100 hours a day. We're going to see you more than we see our family or anyone else in the world.
Yeah.
Let's explore your crew work.
Yeah.
Can you tell us
Okay.
some of the different jobs you've had and things like that?
Yeah. So let me tell you I'll tell you one of my first and favorite shows I've ever worked on in my whole entire life to this day. And I didn't even act in it. I was so green. I was so green. So when I was younger, I did a lot of acting. Okay. I did like commercials, like Sprint commercials and just things like that. Then I stopped for a while, took a break, then I got back into it. Right. I did my first crew job because I would see the PAs on set. I'd be like, I can do those things. I can do that. I can do that. And I did do that. So anyways, my first job was called Baytown Disco. Okay. Have you ever heard of it? No.
No, I
Okay.
don't
It's a
think
good one.
so.
It's actually
Baytown
called
Disco.
Baytown Disco. It's a
Okay.
great one. It is a shoot 'em up,
Mm.
like just fun, hot guys, hot girls. I mean, from day one, we were all a family, and this is my first introduction to real crew work. And I was a talent. What was I? Like a talent driver assistant, kind of. Like I was just driving the actors around. Like I had no idea. Like I had to have a walking. I would be afraid to talk on the walking. I'd be like, "Hello," and they were like, "Grace, go to it." I'm like, "Okay." Like, there's that lingo. Let's see who was in it. It was So it's called Baytown Outlaws now. So you'll have to watch it. It's a
Will
shout
do.
out to shout out to my
Is
Baytown.
that a skate about skateboarding?
No, it is not. It is about redneck guys and pirates and
Huh.
Billy Bob Thornton and shooting up and all. I mean, just Michael Rappaport. I mean, all kinds of people. It's a good one. So it's still, if you ask anyone from that crew to this, even the actors to this day, they will say that is their favorite show. So I was the talent driver or whatever, and I've since then worked as an assistant director. I've produced some things. I've directed some music videos. But that specific one was awesome. And we played a lot of pranks on that show. It was with, let's see, Travis Fimmel from Vikings. He's amazing. Love
Oh
him
yeah.
so much. To this day, to the interviews today, like you'll see his interviews and he'll be like that redneck mite, like his accent or whatever. But he says that's his favorite film to this day. But Billy Bob Thornton was in it. Clayne Crawford was in it.
Oh
The
yeah.
director Barry and um, I mean, there was just so much fun. There's so much love. So that one, I was the talent driver on that one, and I like wrecked the car, and I like got the key stuck in the car. It was just a bunch. It was amazing though. It was a
Yeah.
big family of we were all a huge family in that one. So that was one of my favorite ones. And I've also worked with Anthony Hopkins as crew, and Sir Anthony Hopkins, aka Tony. I worked with him about probably 4 times, and knew me. Like he knew me on the second film. I was like, and he was like, "Hi, Grace," and I'm like,
Oh wow.
like I've made it. He knows me. Like he's like, "You're the boss," and I was like, I'm the boss. I'm the boss because
Hello,
you said
Grace. Has the car stopped spinning from
right.
your accident yet?
Hello, Grace.
I had him
You-
do that actually, guys. It was quite amazing. He's brilliant.
nice.
Yeah, I've worked with Al Pacino a little bit.
Hooah!
Nice.
Yeah, he's a little flirt.
Yeah,
Literally,
that's cool.
literally little flirt. I feel like I'm literally name dropping guys, so I don't mean to,
We
but
don't
No,
mind
no, no.
because,
It's
okay.
okay.
Yeah, I don't
but
want to be
also
that
Billy
person.
Slaughter was
Yeah.
his stand-in, permanent stand-in
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah. Wait, for who?
No,
For Al
not
Pacino?
not Al Pacino.
Oh,
For who?
Dustin
Dustin
Hoffman. I
Hoffman.
got my small Italians
Only
mixed up. My
only
bad.
Dustin Hoffman, right? Yeah. At one
They
point
can
I was
come on the show and they can correct me.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I was Catherine Zeta-Jones' stand-in and then her body double for a while, like on one show with Mark Wahlberg's team, and I think it was called Broken City. Broken City.
Nice.
Years ago. That was a good one. So I've done a lot of crew. I mean, gosh, I've traveled and done crew up in like Indiana and like this with little Disney kids and in LA, just kind of all over. I've worked with James Frank. Just the stories I could tell. Like I said earlier, TMZ would call me and I would probably make a million, billion, zillion dollars. But
The stories you could tell but don't want to say on air, so we're going to talk after. Not live. Maybe
that's
one
right.
day we'll pry that out of you. So
Yes.
let's jump back to where it all began. What was I always say, what was the point that inspired you to become, but how did you get into this acting?
Okay. Um, So when I was little, my mom said literally at like when I could start talking, I would look at and like like point at the TV and says, "I want to do that. Like I want to be on TV. I want to be in movies." Like just like literally. And then I'm saying literally like Kardashian. So sorry, I don't mean it.
It's
Uh,
all right. It's literally okay.
it's literally okay. Also, I started doing church plays. And I really love that and just love performing and did theater plays and just kind of love that. And I guess at like, I don't know, maybe like 10 or 11, I'm like, I want to do this. And my mom's like, I don't know how to do this because like we're in Slidell, Louisiana. We're in Covington, like we don't know how
Yeah.
do we do this. And that was when it just started opening back into, the doors started opening for film in New Orleans. And they were doing more commercials, more, I mean, the movies that had started there. I feel like I'm aging myself like I'm like 70 years old the way I'm talking, but I mean I'm kind of 70 years old pretty much the way I'm
I didn't want to
talking.
say, but that's post Katrina, that era.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like a long time, yeah. And yeah, everybody's gonna be like, is she like 70? I may be 70. I feel
You look
70.
good for your age, darling. It's fine.
Thanks,
It's fine.
thanks. Got my hearing aids in right now, guys. My teeth. Um, But I think it just always has been in me to want to. I've always performed with violin as well, so it's like I've performed in orchestras, and I've always been on the creative side. My mom can pick up any instrument. She's an artist as well, so I think it just comes kind of in me to want to do this. And then, I started doing acting, or I'm sorry, behind the scenes, and I would get really close, like with Bryan Cranston, and I would speak with him on things and like about acting, and just kind of I went back into it because it's been my passion, it's in my soul. It's like I feel when I'm on set, I feel like it's home away from home, like
Yeah.
it's like home is home, right? Home, but like I'm on set, I'm home. It's like a family. It's like you get to
Yes.
create, like, you just get to be with all these people that are so creative and create this world. So I think that's kind of I don't know. It started off when my story is, it started off when I was little. I literally looked at the television. I was like, I want to do that. I want to act. I want to be in TV shows. I want to move. I want to be in movies. And that's where it started. Talk to my mom about that one.
Yeah. And I totally understand what you mean on set, and it's so hard to describe. It's not that you don't love your home life. It's
Yeah.
it's a different connection.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I had to mention it this year, but Bill and Ted Face the Music. I was there for like a week. TJ is always teasing me about that because I love talking about that I was Death's photo double. We'll talk after.
It's cool. So
Thank you.
cool.
But I love that you talking about name dropping. I just one name drop. Bill Sadler. So, but just to be in that, because it's such a fantasy, and everybody's working together, and you're working so hard, and it's long
Yeah,
hours, that when it stops and that unplugs, it's a shock to your system.
Mm-hmm.
it is.
You don't get
It
sad,
is.
but you're like, oh,
Depressed. You get a, yeah, you get a,
you need a couple days.
Yeah.
you do. It's almost, it is. It's like we're all, like you said, we're all, it's a machine. We're all working, and the actors, from the actors to the crew to the security guards, like everyone is working to this one thing. And then you get, one, you're exhausted. Two, I feel like it's like a depression, like a little, like, like those people I just bonded with over this script, whether good or bad, like they're all good, right? But there is that depression there that sets in, and then you move on to the next one and hope you get that one right as the audition actors, and um, yeah, you go from there.
And you were talking about Bryan Cranston, the show where he was the judge.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, thank you, TJ.
Yes.
Did you work on that one?
I did not. I
Oh,
don't even know if I had an audition for that one. I feel like I did have an audition for that one. I apparently didn't get it, but I did. I worked on what was the name of it? Goodness, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my gosh, what is it? I don't know, but I did. I'm like, I don't know.
it's
They
okay.
kind of like blend. They kind of blend in. I'm so
Yes,
sorry, but I did. Your Honor was amazing, man. How many local talented actors that we had in that one was
right.
like just,
Well,
Yeah.
let's just go. I
before we
love it.
started, we were kind of wondering, did we work together? Do we just know each other on social media? And when you said Cranston, I was like, oh, I did one day on Your Honor as background. Were you
Oh
there?
yeah. Yeah,
No.
no. No, I wasn't, sadly. No,
We're just
I
fam. We're just fam, and just social media connected us, and that's it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No. I mean, it's like like I'm sure in this world I've met you probably. I'm sure like we've at something we've met. It's like when I lived in Los Angeles, I was actually PAing on a show. I walked in, I was like, I need to work, and then I somehow got the job and to work on a show. And the camera guy was a former camera guy that I acted in a movie with. And he was like, and I'm like, I didn't know you were gonna be here. It was so cool because like this world is so small in this in
Yeah.
Hollywood per se. It's like like we've met. I'm sure we've met, and you kind of we know each other. It's just like high school. You just know
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
I still haven't met TJ in person.
Yeah.
One day.
Wait, are y'all no?
I'm kidding.
No, we
I'm
know
kidding.
that.
Like wait, what? How?
I tend to do that. I think it's obvious. Uh, 2019, because I go to Comic Cons a lot, I was Captain Crescent City, and
Okay,
it's like a black and gold Captain America.
that's
And
awesome.
then they had the pep rallies, and then I got interviewed a few times, and people asked and take a picture of me. It was really fun. It was way before I started acting. And then somebody goes to interview him. I said, "Yeah, I just do this to get over my shyness because I think it's so obvious." And they go, "Really? No."
Like
so I'm sorry to trip you up on that one.
maybe people are just gullible. I'm a little gullible. I'm a little gullible when
Yeah,
it
yeah.
comes to
Well, I'm
things.
sure
But
there
yeah,
are people are.
yeah,
James Earl Jones, not only did he have a stutter, but when he wasn't acting, like he'd be on the talk shows and he struggled with that. I'm sure other
yeah,
actors too. Maybe
yeah.
they talk about De Niro that he's a little bit less
Hmm.
vocal, not coming
Yeah,
up with good words when he's being interviewed as opposed to his acting, but yada, yada, yada.
yeah. No, yeah, I think so. I think that also can come with for me, I can say that with like in-person auditions, like I was saying earlier, like how you have this craft that you've been working on, and then you go to the audition, you're just like, this is what I have, and you kind of like, for me, I guess it's shy or maybe just I don't know, just kind of
Nerves.
probably nerves, yeah, the nerves, and then that's when I'm like, when the callback hits, I'm like, let's go, let's roll, because I'm here. I'm here for it. But I think with taping it helps me with auditions because that
Yeah.
first tape I can do a couple times and I'm like, I'm ready.
Audition is knocking on the outside door. Callback,
Yeah.
you're
It's like
inside.
we're here. Let's go to set. Like I'm ready. Put my mic on, please. Yeah.
So, with your experience working behind the camera and on the camera for a while now, what's your take on what's going on in the industry with it slowing down? Do you see it picking back up around here? It seems like a
Ooh.
lot of stuff has moved to Atlanta and even foreign Canada and Europe.
Yeah. A lot of stuff has moved foreign, but I feel like with I mean, my gosh, so many people, so many creatives are having to find jobs outside of the industry, which is heartbreaking because, like people that have been, for instance, an art director I know, right? He's still doing some things, but like he would be constantly going. Now he's trying to having to do other things, like, I mean, having to like figure out some kind of business to do on the side or
Mm.
I feel like it will come back. I mean, I know, I've heard, I think I said about 6 shows coming, possibly to New Orleans. I know Texas is opening up and it's huge, like with Taylor Sheridan stuff is huge. But yeah, I do pray it comes back. I'm not sure if it's going to be as booming as it was, when I was, a youngster. But I mean, I feel like, I do hope it comes back because we have to do something. We have to create. We have to make movie magic. And what better place is New Orleans, Louisiana, or just in Louisiana in
Yeah.
general to do that because we've
Yeah.
had it so long. So many people. It's just like what Samuel Jackson's in NOLA King, right? He's the guy. I worked with him years ago. I remember him. He loves New Orleans. I mean, he'll talk about this. He loves New Orleans. So it's like, shoot it here. Let's shoot here because the people, the actors, they love it, in Louisiana. So, but yeah, I've heard. I mean, there's work everywhere, and people do travel. It's like we're kind of the circus in a sense of that
Hmm.
you follow the work, and people follow the
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
You go where the work goes.
New
I think
And
it's
for
Mexico was starting to boom for a little bit. I don't know if it still is.
hmm And I mean,
Arizona
for
too.
us actors with the taping, and that's one good thing about the tapings because we can audition from your house and
Yeah.
wherever, and then go fly somewhere to shoot as long as their work is local right now, right? You have to like work as a
Yeah.
local, but
Yeah.
but hopefully that will change and we can actually have the talent and go.
Are you SAG?
I'm SAG eligible.
Mm.
You know, I haven't joined SAG because I don't have enough of the SAG jobs to do SAG. So I still
Right.
do non-union stuff. And I like it. I dig it actually. I love the non-union independent stuff. I did a really awesome role that I was like this like sweet girl and it was called I'm really bad at names lately. Not
It's
Bruiser,
all
was
right.
it Bruiser? I am bad. They're just really they
Yeah.
kind of all go. But anyways, I had this role that was like this sweet girl, and then in my back and I like my purse, and all of a sudden I come out and I'm just like blazing guns, and it was a non-union role. It was awesome, like I got paid well, but it was awesome. Then I wound up like getting murdered and stepped on and stuff, and had blood and glass and stuff. It was awesome.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
I love the non-union stuff, but I haven't joined SAG.
If it was here, like New York or LA, where everything, including background, is SAG, it would make
I
sense to
know.
jump in once
Yeah.
you're
Yes,
eligible. But
yes,
that's my next step is I'm trying and I just want to be eligible to put it on the top of my resume and say,
Yeah.
let's
eligible,
go. You know.
Same. I
eligible.
just want to
Yes,
be eligible.
Yeah.
you will
I
be. Y'all will be. This is the year, 2026. This is the year.
I I have
For sure.
something very cool coming out. And TJ knows what it's about, and I can't say yet, of course, but it's the script was good, the people I were working with good, the cinematography. I've seen some of the stuff in camera, maybe some of the shots after before it's been fully processed, and I'm
Oh
so excited
no.
about it that I could see it taking off. I will say it's like a horror, and horror can take off real
Yeah.
faster than
Quick,
drama.
flip. flip so quick. Yeah.
but I don't want to say it out loud. I don't
Just
want
say
to
it,
jinx it.
please. No, don't. Yeah, don't jinx
Yeah,
it. Don't do that. That's like a, zip. Pray.
yeah. That's the hard part for me.
Yeah, but I want to know now. Like this,
we
but you're
we'll
hoping
talk. We'll
yeah.
share stories off, and we've talked about it a little bit here. People might be able to figure out. That's all I'm gonna say. But ooh, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, and it might flip over. Hopefully, it'll flip and you become SAG eligible.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Yeah. No, I don't. Right now, I don't have. I've just been auditioning. I haven't had much. Not anything in the works right now. Hopefully, if someone's watching this, you'll hire me and I can, eat next week. But but not in the. I've just been auditioning. That's what I've been auditioning with, and not just like local casting directors, all from all over actually. So which is a
Mm.
plus because they're actually seeing and wanting to actually see me.
Do you have one agent or multiple agents in the different territories?
I have my action talent agent. I have my girl, my home girl. She's like the queen, I think. She's top. She's top. So I've had multiple agents before, but my home girl's the one I have.
Right, right. Yeah. I like Jim Gleason. He has his LA agent
Yeah.
and his Southeast agent.
Mm.
Yeah. I did
So
have a LA commercial agent for a while. And I got some work from her, but I mean, really, I think that let me tell you this, I also look for myself too. I don't know if y'all do that. Do y'all look for yourself as
yeah,
well? Like I hustle.
I'm not.
Um,
I'm not allowed to self submit.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
For I
well,
can. I can for voiceover, and I can
okay.
for theater, but not for film and television.
Huh.
If it's
but
Okay.
a if it's a local indie thing that somebody is casting,
Yeah.
I can do that. If somebody asks
Okay.
me to do an indie project, I can do that, but I can't. If I see something on Actors Access that piques my
You like
interest, then I can
then you
send it
just
to her and she can submit. But
okay.
she doesn't. They
Yeah.
they just don't. Yeah. That's just how it
I,
That's
works.
I,
just
I think the philosophy is so that you're not double auditioning.
Yeah, double
Because I've,
dipping,
I've
yeah,
had
and
it's
and
double
that's
very
double
rare. I got
submitting.
the audition and my agent got me the audition. I was like, okay, I'm going to submit it under yours, but did I
yeah.
just mess something up? So I think it's just that. But like you said,
Yeah.
you can reach out and say, I really like this. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
she
self
has. She submitted every time I've asked for something.
That's awesome. I self-submit and I also if I find something so I found this movie called Clocks years ago. We shot it. It was like during COVID we shot it, I think, or right after COVID, like right when it was like kind of getting over and people were kind of opening doors again. I found this audition. I It was a really amazing role. It was so good. It was so cool. It was like I was like demon possessed, and I like was crying over this thing with a baby, and then it like hung me, and I was like it was like a stunt included, like being hung and all this stuff. It was like the opening scene. It was like bam, right out the door, and I was like, that's an awesome role. It was very emotional. It showed a lot of range. It showed a lot of range of a lot of crying, and I really love that part of acting. I love the drama, like getting into the nitty gritty of it. But I self submitted and I wound up booking it. I self submitted. I texted my agent, and she like jumped on board once I was like in it, like with the casting director, and yeah, it was cool. But I do definitely do both. I hustle, and I'm like if I really like something, I'm like, hey, I need your help. But sometimes if it's like a not a high paying something, I'll just self submit and hopefully I get it and get something on my resume.
And when you self submit and book, do you still give your agent their percentage? Okay.
Yep.
I had that feeling about you as a person, but I also was like, maybe I should have asked this when we weren't live.
Yeah,
But
no, I do. I do. Even if it's, I mean, sometimes she'll be like, nah, it's okay. But like most of the time I do, I send it over because it's like she works hard for me and I am like, she's like like a mama to me and she's in my corner and I trust
Yeah.
her. And
yeah,
that's hard to find in this industry. So I absolutely give her even if she had nothing to do with it, I absolutely
right. And
give
then
her something.
like you said, you reach out and say, I booked this on my own. It's an indie.
Hmm.
I'm doing this small part here. This is what I'm making.
And
How much?
boom.
I say, how much do you want? Because I get lost in the percentages, and
Mm,
sometimes I don't need that, and then oh, it'll be this much. Okay,
yeah.
so it's they're not that there's a thought, but before coming into this biz, and certain younger actors or new to the biz actors, like, why would I give my agent money? They didn't do it
Yeah.
because they're your agent.
Because
You
they're
know,
in your corner. They're gonna protect you. They're like they're your like, man, you're fighting, but they're like, let's you could do this, you could do this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if they're the
Um,
type you wouldn't give the money to when they don't book you, go look for a new agent.
yeah. Let me tell you, I'm not gonna name any names of this one, but this is a really popular one. Y'all may could figure it out if you really dig hard enough in it. But I had an agency when I was really little, right? When it was black and white pictures. Did work for, was like almost joining SAG. Okay. And I was really busy. And somehow I took a break and I came back. And this is before Angie. So I came back and I was like, and I'm not gonna talk bad about it. I'm just gonna tell the story and then y'all can make a decision of how it was. I came
Mm-hmm.
back and she like fussed me. She was like, you could have been famous, blah blah blah. And I was like, I'm sorry. That wasn't my I just did something different. I'm sorry. It's just not my path right there. And yes, I wish I would have stayed with it for a while. Then whatever. So I'm like, I'm here now. So I started auditioning and I booked a commercial and it was a SAG commercial, got a good check, and I never got the check. And I was like, well, that's kind
Mm,
of weird.
Wow.
And then I like reached out and I didn't hear back. And I was like, well, let me just reach, things, people are busy, whatever. So I reached out again and she kind of like attacked. No, no, no. Reached out again. I had to call SAG because I was like, I don't know where this check is. Like, and they're like, well, we sent you your agent. Okay. So then I reached out to her and then they kind of like attacked me of saying that didn't, I didn't give them percentage. It was like kind of like calling me a liar. And I'm like, you've known
Wow.
me since I was like 9,
mm,
like 8 or 9 years old. Like, I'm not, my family. Like, so that's why I'm like, when you have someone good in your corner, keep them, give them what they deserve. That's so yeah.
Yeah.
So I broke ties with that agent, and
yeah.
they're good agents though. Like, I mean, it just when I got older, it just wasn't a good one for me. So I
Yep.
have friends that have them. Y'all may have them. Who knows? But just not
There
for me.
are, that's overt, keep your money. And an agent 2 years ago now got arrested for doing that, went to jail because he wasn't sharing the money.
Really?
I don't remember all the details. Don't quote me on anything.
Yeah.
But it could also just be a personality thing,
Yeah.
you know, and maybe a miscommunication. And then you go, well, it's time. And I'm not
Yeah.
looking. Don't worry, Suzanne.
Yeah.
But you may say, oh, I want to see what another person can do. But that's,
Yeah.
you just talk with your agent, you communicate. But
Yeah.
when I've heard some evil type stuff of,
Yeah.
especially with the money, and
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that because I have not experienced that personally.
Yeah. It was sad. It was a super sad thing because I like known that person since I was like 9. I was like
Yeah.
little girl. Like she knew my family, and it was just kind of like but it's okay. Like no hard feelings. I found my girl, and I love her to death, and that's why I
Mm,
like especially I try to do right by her, as much as I can do right by her. So
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
things work out for a reason.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Speaking of working out, we've worked out our whole conversation, I think, and I think it's time to go.
Yeah.
Oh no, this has been so fun. Let me name drop some more, right? No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
No.
Part two, come back in a few months.
I'm
Yeah,
so
for
sorry.
sure.
So,
Maybe after
Yes.
Todd's drops, we'll get some of the cast back
Oh
on.
my gosh, that
yeah,
would be so fun. Yes.
it'd be
Start to
it'd be
see that.
nice. We are starting to learn to have more than one guest. That would be fun to do that with the cast.
Yeah, it
Oh
would.
yeah, so you can actually have more people on here?
Yeah, and we can do
Yeah.
multiple. It gets a
It
little
Oh,
chaotic, but we've gotten a little
yeah.
better about
yeah.
it.
The
Probably
the
not for a live, probably for a recorded one.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
interviewer has to kind of direct the questions more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it would be up upon us to balance it and make sure people aren't being left out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And people talking over people and things like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I appreciate this NOLA film scene, guys. This is awesome. I know y'all had to
Yeah.
like twist my arm a bunch of times, even
No.
made me come here when I couldn't talk even, but now I'm finally here, so
You
I
got
love it.
sick. This is the time you
Good.
were supposed to be here.
Yep, that's
Stuff
right.
Yes, I
happens.
That's
I
right.
love it, guys.
So
Thank y'all so much. I hope
Yeah.
I was
you were
entertaining.
You
very
were
entertaining,
fantastic.
and we love name dropping.
Yeah.
Unless that
I
name's you.
wasn't
No, I'm
really.
just
I was
kidding.
just
I
that's
can't
just
stop
my
myself.
stories.
Yeah, we're
Just my
here to
stories, y'all.
that's why we're here. We love hearing people's
Yeah.
stories, and I mean stories are meant to be told, right?
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
what we do.
And
We're
Yeah.
storytellers.
hey, And
And let me tell you, I've met some. Let me just real quick. I've met some like of my best friends working in this industry. Like
Yeah.
just from, I mean, really just people that just get it, how my brain works. They just get it. We just all kind of get it, and like y'all get it, and I think that's really cool how we've all become a family and
Yeah.
through this wild, sad, crazy, amazing, terrifying industry.
That's
you
right.
find your tribe.
Yep.
Hmm.
I say that about the Comic Con people. There's people in New Orleans I can make a joke with something, but they don't get my geek stuff. But when I
Yeah.
go to a Comic Con, I can mix the
God,
two and no effort, and they may not laugh, but they
But they
understand
get
the
it.
reference.
Yeah. They get the reference. That's right.
Grace, could you
yeah.
share your socials with us?
Yes, yes, yes. So my Instagram is the Grace LaRocca, and Facebook's like just my name, Grace. Oh, it might be Grace Hickson. It's Grace Hickson on Facebook, but
Mm-hmm.
you could also look me up under Grace LaRocca. And then my TikTok, I'm not really great at the TikTok. It's Grace with the face, and that was because a camera guy like I don't know, he's like named me Rome. I don't know if y'all know Rome Enterprise. He named me Grace with the face, so it's Grace with the face on TikTok, and I'm kind of I'm not really funny, but I try. I try to be funny on
I,
that.
I think we need to expand the TikTok to expand our base to get people back to the show. It's just
Yeah.
we're older than you and we're hesitant, you know. We're
Go to
crotchety old.
TikTok. Do this on TikTok too. Yeah. I mean, I don't have many followers, but I have some. So on TikTok. On
Send us your
Snapchat, I
follow.
have like a freaking ton, which is
Yeah.
I don't even know how I have that many. And I'm like, I don't even I've got like I guess it's like 20,000 or something on Snapchat.
Oh
I don't
wow.
do
Hello.
anything. I used
I
to
don't
just
even
tell
use it that
stories.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I used to just tell like crazy stories, kind of like now, and different with different faces, and I don't know. I don't know. So
I've never used it. I just thought it was like WhatsApp, like a communication tool. I've
yeah,
never used it.
I
I
just told
used it for the
stories.
I used it for the filters to make a lion face or, and then
Yeah,
use a
well,
Mm.
that's
post that.
yeah. Well, I would do that, but I would tell stories of like
Right.
just crazy stuff that's happened to my life, and yeah, somehow. But I don't ever do it anymore, so maybe I should
We
get
all
back on
should.
it and
Because
get
that's
back
what
on
you
and do
have
it.
to do to keep your presence known so the industry
Yes,
goes, I want that person. See?
yes. We
We've
need to
helped each
see.
other out.
Yes, we need to see. We need to all come together. Yes.
For sure.
Excellent. Well, Grace, it's been great talking to you. Folks, we loved
Thank you,
having you,
guys.
and we will see you
Thank you.
next time.
Thanks.
Bye, guys. Thank you all so
See
much.
y'all next time. Stick around.